Good morning and welcome to the daily weather operations brief. Seeing some nice conditions to start off our day this morning. Do have some light cloud cover out there that looks to be diminishing with time. We'll likely see clouds building back in as we move through the afternoon. However, there will be plenty of sunshine to get a hold of as we move through the day today. We'll also have a slight chance of seeing a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, especially once we move into those afternoon hours and the early hours of the evening. If we take a look at the radar out there as of current, we do see the area is free of any reflectivity and any indicated precipitation. Again, expecting that to remain the case for a majority of the day until those afternoon hours in which might see some isolated showers start developing. Now taking a look at this morning's surface analysis chart here, we do have northwesterly flow continuing across the region as that low pressure system, which we can see off to the top right of the screen, continues to pull away. And at the surface, we do have high pressure building in, and that's going to set us up for a mostly dry and pleasant day. We'll see that mix of sun and clouds along with those slight chances of scattered afternoon showers and storms. Otherwise, expecting conditions very similar to yesterday, and we'll be able to see near average temperatures. We'll see lower humidity values for most of the day, that is, until later this evening when we do see a wind shift. The winds will start blowing onshore, and that will allow us to see some moisture start creeping back into the region, so our RH values will be on the rise later tonight into the early morning hours of tomorrow. And then taking a look at the current observations out on the field, we do have a broken layer at 8,500 feet, unrestricted visibility, winds out of the northwest at about 6. They've been light all morning. Temperature at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and our relative humidity currently at 81% and falling. And if we take a look at the satellite imagery here, we can see we have those mostly clear skies. We do have some scattered cloud cover out there, and the trend looks like that coverage overall is on the downwards trend. Again, we do anticipate seeing those clouds building back in once some daytime heating really gets to work. Now, looking at a model run for today, this is the HER on a 24-hour loop, and we can see mostly dry conditions. However, once we get into the afternoon, coming up here right there, we do see some scattered showers forming, and that is likely along any sea breeze fronts that develop. Overall, again, should be a dry day. And for our 24-hour forecast here, at a glance, seeing plenty of sunshine, clouds mixed in. As we move through the day, we'll see a decreasing cloud coverage as we move into the early hours of tomorrow. Temperatures similar to yesterday, climbing into the low 80s and falling to the near 70-degree mark. Seeing those winds light to start the day, and honestly pretty light throughout a majority of the afternoon. Southerly 5 to 10 knots, shifting to be out of the southwest and then turning light and variable in the early hours of tomorrow. We do also have a little color on the board for those rain chances today. Otherwise, greens across the board with no real operational concerns, and winds, again, expecting to remain unproblematic even if those showers do start firing off in the area. Looking at the short-term outlook here to round off the daily brief on Saturday, looking at partly to mostly cloudy conditions and a very slight chance of an afternoon pop-up shower or thunderstorm, high around 83, greens across the board. Saturday night, partly to mostly cloudy and a low around 73. And then Sunday, partly to mostly cloudy and a high of 82, with some slightly breezy conditions working their way into the forecast here. So we do have a little bit of color indicating that risk. Overall, should be a nice day here on the shore, and that is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook, and hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their morning.